Hey, this is Sue with Rage and Apathy. Now, if you watched the new intro video, you know my friend Aaron gave me a bit of a throwdown, said he bet that I could not write and record my new CD, not only live and online, but on my iPhone. So, Aaron, I accept your challenge. For the rest of you, here is a look at some of the tools that I'm going to use to do this. Now, first one we have here is Guitar Toolkit by Agile Partners. I love these guys. It comes, of course, with a chromatic tuner. It can also be a specific tuner, this one for standard tuning, this one for full step down. It comes with all kinds of scales, more scales than I ever knew existed, which is kind of funny because I used to go looking for scales. And you can do scales here. It'll put the full scale up on for you. You can do the same thing with arpeggios. Tons of good stuff if you're looking for something new to play. Excellent resource. Comes with a metronome, of course, or you can flip that metronome around and turn it into a drum machine, which is infinitely more fun to play with than a metronome. You, of course, have chord charts. You can go through most chords. You can actually punch in chords, and it'll tell you what you're playing. And then you can design your own chord sheets. So if you put together a couple of chords and you want to keep them together in some way, shape, or form, this will actually give you a chord sheet for it. And that's really cool because if you tap the chord diagram there, it'll either give you a strum. If you tap it and hold it, it'll give you kind of an arpeggiated pattern. Very cool. You can create your own instruments. You have 7-string, 6-strings basses, 5-string basses. Great for all stringed instruments. You can do standard tunings, you can do custom tunings, half step down, full step down, you name it. There are a ton of tunings included in here, and you can make your own. And then here's your primary instrument panel where you can pick your tuning, pick your capo, left-handed, right-handed, standard. I'm using a standard 440 tuning. You can do a 439. You can do whatever tuning whatever you want. Great app. Moving along, GarageBand. Yes. I'm going to use GarageBand a lot. I don't normally use GarageBand to record. You know, for the iPhone, it's a basic multi-tracker, but there are some really nice features to it. So what I normally do is record in AmpKit and then import into GarageBand, which I'll show you AmpKit a little bit later. I use Guitar Pro a lot from Aerobus Music. This app for the iPhone is awesome. And you know, in addition to just reading Guitar Pro tabs, it will actually let you create a tab. So if I get an idea at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't necessarily have to pull out my guitar to keep it fresh in my mind. I can just go ahead and tap it in and type it in, and I've got something to refer to the next morning. AmpKit, I promised you this one. This is by far my favorite amp modeling software, my favorite amp modeling app, if you will, again from Agile Partners. Tons and tons of presets that you can get a hold of. It's set up so it's designed around a guitarist, which is what I like. You know, I look at this and I say, okay, I understand this. I know exactly what to do with this. Again, I have a metronome and a tuner on here. And tons of time signatures, lots of fun time signatures that you can play with. It's awesome. I can also export whatever I record into something else. I can reamp it. I can sit there and play around with the amps if I want and get a better sound. And I can export it either wet or dry, and that's usually what I do. I export the wet into GarageBand because I really like the sounds on AmpKit better than GarageBand. I use Pocket Amp a lot. Pocket Amp is from Pocket Labworks. It is, again, it's a really nice amp modeling kit. It's not quite as polished as AmpKit, but it still gives you really nice bluesy rock tones. It's a really nice production. Studio Devil, you know what? These guys did a great job on amp modeling. Their Mac software, their Mac platform is awesome. The iOS app is awesome. And it's simple, it's clean. As of right now, it's not going to give you a ton of distortion, but it's got a great clean sound, and they've recently added a delay, which is just killer. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Check out some of these guys because their stuff is top notch. It's awesome. And I will see you in the next video when I start to write something.